You're picking the wrong person in which to blame. But that's neither here nor there.
What are you yelling about?
I work with a bunch of children.
You're underestimating.
They hid my computer if that's some sort of funny
To be
thing.
very clear, we all work with one.
He has actual children.
I have 2 children.
And they're
at
letting
home.
him wear
I
off
can tell you
on
what
him.
they look like.
He's like hiding my computer. Ha ha ha. So funny. Like, shit ain't sweet around here.
We're trying to fucking work.
No, you're literally not.
Shit,
I am
shit definitely is not sweet around here. We have a kid who will
You're underestimating Nate in the pranks that he pulls around.
This is
Nate,
why.
no.
You want to talk about
that
someone
I
that
have work to do.
You want to talk about someone that runs the company behind the shadows?
I'm aware. You don't have to tell me.
We're gonna need to have some quiet time for you.
That's your
okay?
head open.
You need
I
to
would
have
love
quiet
to be
time.
quiet.
Anyone yelling, please.
Literally,
exit
first
the
off,
premises and
if
exit
no
the-
one hit my computer and you just told me what time you were recording, I wouldn't have said another word.
All right,
But you want to act like a child, and you want to act like a
I'm
child.
going to lock the child in the storage closet.
You can lock me in there if you give me my fucking computer.
Can I?
Sure, I don't care.
Here,
Is that
he's a total iPad.
Is that true?
You're an iPad kid, yeah. Go be entertained.
That's my iPad. You can have it. Okay.
I might break it. How do you even open it?
It's childproof.
Welcome back to your Idiot League Mates. All right, it's time. Big Wednesday.
Always is. Always is, never
Dude,
was.
I mean, this is huge, though. Bye weeks are here. People are desperate.
People are getting mad injured now, so
is
we
there
need
any good
replacements.
pickups on the waiver wire this week, though?
They're better than a lot of people's alternatives.
Yeah,
There's good pickups. I didn't put a single bid though.
I think there's some like B+ pickups mixed with the fact that some guys just have massive holes in your roster, and all of a sudden this is going to be a huge overspend.
I feel like this is a big flex
Is it?
seal. This is flex seal week.
Flex seal? Okay, it's a good way to put it. I will say, like, for a lot of standard leagues, if you listen to, like, waiver wire content this week in particular, you have a lot of the dudes that are, higher prize possessions, Tavia Wicks, Josh Downs, those types of players. They're already owned in our league, so there's not as many of those, like, fun players to really drop a bag on.
Yeah, all my idiot league mates already own those people.
Yeah.
I think
We're just not idiots.
the one name that just keeps getting thrown around as like our number one talked about guy so far is Trey Sermon. Like he's the number one
I have
guy
a
we
bid on
talked
him,
about.
but I'm not going to win that bid. I
Yeah.
told you, I went down the Cam Akers experience already. I'm not.
I have a bid on him, too. I feel like I'm not going to win, but I also have a bunch of idiot league mates.
I
Who knows?
Thought about putting $7 and then I didn't even put a claim in. So
Yeah, I went
my
less
bid
than
would have
that.
been $7.
I went more than both of those.
Trey Sermon is definitely like this week's Cam Akers, but like I'm pretty desperate for an RB league.
So you
am
went
I.
in on him a little bit, too?
Yeah, I would be okay if I didn't get him, because if somebody spent more, it's at that point where I'm like, yeah.
Did you go in on
have him.
Tucker?
Trey Tucker?
No, Kraft.
No, I went on the other Tuck.
Anybody go in on
I might have way
Flacco?
overspent on Kraft. God damn.
Did anyone go in on Flacco with
I
the
actually didn't go on Flacco.
A-Rich stuff going on?
I think I put a $0 bid on maybe Flacco, on Sermon. It was like
I left Flacco alone. For the
I don't
week.
even know if A-Rich is going to miss this week. Do you guys
I don't
think he
either.
is?
It's
Like
like 50-50.
He could.
because
Not sure.
I'm starting Tyler Huntley this week.
Yeah,
So
you probably.
I
know Flacco.
could have bid
got in
in
the end zone.
on Flacco, but I don't even know if he's starting. And like, if I would have dropped somebody like,
You know what you should do?
Huh?
Probably just do that trade.
Yeah, because you can't get waivers now.
you
All right.
know,
Should we
I see.
open up the bag?
y'all.
Yeah, I said we open the
let's
presents.
just open them.
All right.
I'm so the highest bidder again.
I hate week 5 already.
All right. So I guess the biggest spend this week was myself getting Tutu Atwell
Okay.
That's a
for $38. The next highest bid being $9 from Adam. That is crazy. I thought Tutu was going to be a massive pickup this
I
week.
thought I had a shot at 9.
Really?
That's.
I mean, to be fair, there was no one else besides you that was in
I
the
assumed.
way.
I think I put a $2 bid in.
I thought 9 was gonna like actually be the opposite of this, where I'm looking like, why'd I do that?
Yeah.
That's
Sexy put in 6. I just feel like
38's a fat.
yeah. It's
That's a
old
fat
bucket.
you gotta
bid.
Yeah.
you gotta drop some facts here. What do you got?
I just don't, with Rashi Rice out, I don't have a flex this week. And then I just feel like going forward when dudes are on buys, like I just kind of want Tutu.
Got it.
he's on bye next week though,
He is on buy next week, which is,
And Cooper Cup might be bike after that,
yeah.
which
no.
I don't think is true. But
and he might play behind
Okay,
a guy named
counter-argument.
Jordan Whittington. this
Counter
week.
argument, got a huge matchup against a division rival this week. Can't lose.
no, I think
Can't lose.
I think on paper it's a good pickup. I think long term might overspent a little bit.
Was a little aggressive.
Yeah.
That bid looks like you're expecting multiple weeks of production.
I kind of was with Tutu.
To be fair, he's producing like the one there for sure. I kind of like Jordan Whittington. I thought it was
I
a
do
good
too.
pickup by Jack a while ago.
I think so too. I mean, it's weird though, because I think this entire time and still going forward, I would rather have Tutu than Whittington.
Deep wide receiver
close.
cut of the
I
week.
feel like Stafford though is a guy that if you get 4 or 5 targets a game from Stafford, the way he throws it, like Tutu's game, it could end up being these games where he's getting 80, 90, and if he gets in the end zone all of a sudden.
Yeah, I mean, Tutu's been really good. He's going like 4 for 90 pretty much every week. If he does get in the end zone, it's going to be, a relatively good game. I don't hate it as a flex spot during fucking.
Let's see.
I saw that.
no.
I seen that.
All right, so I was
Another
scrolling down.
30-80?
I
go
might
through
have spent.
Tutu.
I might have went crazy
Who is
this
this?
week.
It's on Sermon?
No,
it's
it might actually. It might be. To be honest,
Who is this?
I was willing to empty the
Wait,
bag.
I think
I'm playing you this
I think
week
I know who
on
this
everything.
is too. Keep
All
going.
right, Justice Hill,
Wow.
unsuccessful.
No.
Whoa.
Oh,
Player was already dropped. So whoever you dropped.
Oh, okay. So this was
Emmanuel Wilson.
Oh
Okay,
my
Keep
God.
going.
okay. It was
Okay.
successful. I got Justice Hill for $38.
So, you had him on 38 with a different person
So
being
hold on.
dropped.
We're at what? $76 so far?
Yeah,
There you
Through
go.
two
Good, man.
guys?
This is
Times
your
two.
week.
38% essentially.
This
of
is your
the
week,
fab.
Queen.
Okay, so Justice Hill, he was a dude who I kind of wanted to pick up after week 1, and the narrative was just like, Ravens aren't going to be in this kind of game script. I kind of feel like they might be in closer games more often, and I think Justice Hill, he's their leading receiver, and also this week against the Bengals should be a high-scoring game.
Are you going to start him this week?
Yeah, because I have Demon on bye, and my only other running back
Big
is
dub.
my only other running back is Jordan Mason.
You should play Hill over Jordan Mason.
He should have started him last week when I said
Play
he
Justice
started.
Hill over Jordan Mason. Yeah.
The thing about
That'd be fire.
Oh, for sure.
the thing about Hills, he's going to have obviously no floor, but he might have sneaky upside every single week too.
Maybe. His floor is like so concerning.
For sure, no
It's
question.
0.
Is it though? I feel like even
I
on
don't
his
know if
bad
it's-
weeks, he's scoring like 5 or 6. Maybe that.
Maybe.
Like.
I guess that's kind of what I'm referring to, 5 or 6, yeah. But
Oh man.
yeah, he's definitely their pass catching back. They play Cincy this week.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
they're gonna.
be a
I'd
tougher
imagine their
divisional
game plan is
matchup.
going to be Derrick Henry.
In the
over
current
and over and over
landscape,
again.
I mean,
Maybe
his low was 5, 7 in the 2 down weeks he's had, and then he said 21 and 11. So I mean, realistically, we'll see what it is moving forward. But there's guys giving you far worse than 5 actually right now.
Yeah, it's fine. He's probably averaging more points per game than Bijan.
Big fat.
It probably is.
At this point, I just picked a Bijan.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
He's
how I'm looking.
actually
You're right.
Justice Hill and DeAndre Swift have been the same guy.
Yeah.
I just really like Justice Hill for this week specifically against the Bengals. I just think there's a lot of points. Bengals are also a team, such a bad defense, but such a good offense. I just think every game they get into, there's just going to be a massive amount of fantasy points.
No, that's fair. I could see Justice. I could see him catching like 4 to 5 balls this week.
Yeah.
So many bids. on
Sexy was the next highest bidder at $1. I'm so cooked.
him. Yeah. Hey, it happens to all of us.
Yeah.
It happens to the best of us.
Listen, the good news is you got rid of it. You can't take it with you. You know.
That's kind of what I was thinking. I was like, we're not that like we're running out of weeks, but like I don't want to look back and be like, oh, I wish I picked
You got to
up
get
these
your guy.
guys.
It's nice to be in like week 11 and have 190 fab and be like, cool, I get the running back that everyone wanted. But like, you got to make moves throughout the season.
We need
sometimes.
like an
Especially during the bye
overspend
weeks.
tracker as well, though, because I need to see how much overspend was.
Yeah,
was
no,
this
Overspend
week.
would be pretty good.
My
yeah.
ass is gonna get toasted. Oh my god.
Oh my God!
Trey Tucker,
Dude, that was the one-
unsuccessful 38.
But that means there was a
That was
successful at somewhere for 38.
That was
And
the one.
also
Dude,
successful.
that was the
Trey
one.
Tucker,
That
baby.
that was the one I saw initially. I'm like, a kid from my high school got 38. I didn't realize you also had 2 other 38s too.
All right,
Alright,
so
then.
Trey
Okay.
Tucker,
The
next
next
highest bidder was
closest
$1.
$1.
Jesus, overspend
So you
tracker.
could have spent $5.
I could have spent $5 this
got
week
the
and
same,
been
dude.
so happy with the guys.
I
picked
do
up.
love the Trey Tucker pickup.
It's a good pick.
Oh
I
my
actually
God.
wanted. I think I
Are you
had
playing all these
Tucker-
guys that you're picking up against.
The one thing is though, like if I look at you spent 38 on Tutu and Trey, right? I think the big difference for me is with Trey Tucker's situation with Devontae Adams possibly out of town.
That's a
like,
long-term.
Trey Tucker might actually be a sneaky long-term play.
Nah,
No,
he definitely could be.
Tutu, I don't know that that's really a realistic thing to expect.
I mean,
I think
Trey
that's
Tucker
fair.
feels like a hedge on Tutu. It almost feels like Trey
Yeah.
Tucker is if Tutu were the guy for the entire season.
Sure.
There's
I'm
also
actually-
a chance that Devontae just plays next week, though, also.
I don't think so, dude. I
Oh
think,
no, he's done.
Vibes are terrible, for sure, but you never know.
No, I'm hyped for Trey Tucker.
Those at home,
That's a good
we're at
pickup.
$114
AKA,
spent.
AKA one Isaiah Likely.
That's fair. That's fair.
I will say though, like when you have Rashi Rice go down for the year, like you did, it's just it's time to go get everybody.
You gotta throw darts.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I was doing with like Carson Steele, Cam Akers. I was just like, I don't feel good about any of these guys, but you kind of got to spend and hope that you plug in these holes.
We're at 57% of the annual budget.
I'm done though. I'm done.
You're done?
I'm done. I
Okay.
swear.
You said you had a
actually-
sermon bid though, right?
I have one question. That
Yeah,
some
but
of the-
it wouldn't have gone through if I got
Okay,
these
okay,
guys.
I have one question that some of the viewers might be having at home too. What specifically about 38 was it?
Yeah, 38 was like the
So
magic
I
number.
had 160 left. So I had 80%, and I wanted these guys so bad. I was almost like, I'm okay picking up all 3 and having no fab after it.
Got it.
So
I'm
40,
kind of aware of that at that. Too.
40 would have been that would have been 120. I think that, I don't know. It was just like the maximum I would have felt good on. And if somebody was willing to spend 40, which no one was even close to that, I would have been okay letting them go for 40.
It just felt good. It worked though.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, yeah, it worked. I got them.
You should have used my spreadsheet from last week. The average
All I
bid
needed
at
was
$18 would have won.
I just needed $16
Yeah.
on each one.
18.
$18 is the average winning bid.
That was my highest bid this week.
It's the average winning bid.
I
Well,
just think-
now it's going to be like 24.
Well,
But
now that we have those out of the way, let's see if there's anything of
Yeah,
consequence.
let's get
worth
back to the
talking about.
normal. Okay, so
Sermon.
unsuccessful Trey Sermon for
30?
30. I didn't pick him up. I didn't pick him up.
You didn't get him?
No,
Okay.
because I don't have enough guys to drop at this
At
point.
the- yeah, and also at this point, you're getting low on money too, right?
Sure,
Yeah.
I would have. I
You
would
would've
have
had
had the
enough,
money.
though.
I would have found the room for it. All right,
Wait.
Trey
he's the
Sermon.
commish. You can just add.
no dime.
Okay, but that's not a bad bid
Nah.
considering that.
Okay.
I got him
The
for
worst part
27.
is that you see the one guy that you didn't get was the one you were closest on money wise.
Yeah.
To be fair though, he was the guy I
Okay.
wanted the least.
Fair.
Trey Sermon.
This would have been
That's
the
why I
guy
went
I
for 30,
wanted
right?
the most, and now actually my divisional rival now this week
You're
gets
playing him this
Trey
week.
Sermon.
Yeah.
I had Sermon ranked as my running back 23 in my rankings to
Really?
start the week.
He's a good flex pickup.
I think he
Kelsey
might
out.
go
I
up
put
too.
11
if
on
Flacco's
him, and I thought I
under
might have a shot. Obviously, that wasn't very close.
Yeah. Sermon's like, I don't know. I get on paper why it feels good, but
It just feels like that Jacksonville matchup is like beautiful for Trey Sermon. Like
Yeah.
I know that he's mid as hell, but like that Jacksonville defense should just allow him to score a touchdown no matter what.
I think the other thing though, I wouldn't be surprised if like Goodson. I know he's more of a
That's
pass
his
catcher,
deep cut of the week, baby.
but
Hell yeah.
Well, I was just saying like if he just
wait till you see that
randomly
drop.
gets so much work because Sermon's like that bad.
yeah.
Sermon could lose his job to anybody.
Well, that's what I'm saying. With Akers, it was like by the end of the 2-game stretch, like J.J. Taylor and Darian Gumbawale were taking
Right.
like 60%. I'm like, Sermon I do what you were saying. Like I trust the Indy run game more than I trusted the Houston run game with Cam Akers there. So I feel a little bit better, but still, if he puts you up 7 points, wouldn't surprise me.
To your point, like this isn't even Trey Sermon's job. This is Trey Sermon's week so far. Like he could lose the starting running back role by this week.
But
It's very
on
possible.
a more like topical conversation,
Evan
how do you
Cole
feel
season?
about spending fab on dudes that are just 1 week plugs like this?
I feel like at the running back position in particular, spot starts are something I'm absolutely. You should
too.
know that as unsexy as it feels, because Trey Sermon by next week might be someone you drop. You're trying to fill a hole for this week at the running.
Tony's out here making trades just to
At the,
win
I
weeks
mean,
at a
at the
time.
running back position, it's already super gross. Trey Sermon, we're talking about. We know he's a cone.
Yeah.
But just because he's the starting running back for Indy, he might be the best play that you have on your team.
I agree.
So
I agree.
at RB especially, spot starts are
Yeah.
For
you got to do.
I
it.
don't love spending actually much of my fab on wide receivers at all. Like I feel like wide receivers you can just pick up tutus and things for $1 and just stream them or whatever.
My-
it may be.
my thing though is
I'm dropping 38 on him.
Yeah.
You
my
wouldn't
thing
get
is
him for $1.
regardless of the position though, like at this point, especially with buys and where there's a ton of injuries, if you overspent, let's say you got $38 on whatever player, if that person inserted into your lineup gets you a win, you could forget what the
Yeah,
cost
yeah.
was. It was
Yeah.
well worth the spend.
And all,
But to be like, if Adam Thielen never got hurt, I think that would have been a phenomenal pickup for 25. It's hard to be like project him to be as productive as he was that 1 week, but still, like it's so worth it at that point.
Agreed. Like any amount of fab is worth a win because you only have 12 weeks
100%.
to get wins. Like the 30 on Jawan Jennings, if I never start him again, obviously that 1 week he got me that win was worth every
Still
every
worth the
dollar I
dollar.
spent on him.
Yep, 100%.
All right. So
Zeke
there was
job.
also Nate who tried to get Trey Sermon. You tried to get Trey
Nate would have
Sermon,
got me
Adam.
on the order. Damn. Okay.
Nick, you tried to get him, but next guy up was Sexy getting Tucker Kraft for $28.
Wow, you thought you might have overspent. What'd you put?
18.
Sorry.
The next highest bidder at 18.
Dude, he's the only tight end I feel like on the wire that has any sort of untapped upside. Everyone else is Colby Parkinson. Everyone else is exactly what we know. And
The
they don't have any
position,
upside.
the position is so gross. Tucker Kraft actually though,
I knew I should've went to
sneaky,
30.
sneaky nice tight end so far.
agreed. Do you guys take anything into the fact that Green Bay actually came out and said that it wasn't the game plan to get Tucker Kraft the football? Like they came out and said that.
They try not to bury Musgrave, but he's been buried.
Like they said that they didn't. He wasn't supposed to get as many looks as he got in last week's game.
I mean,
That's
they threw
basically
it
what
50
said.
times. He got like 8 targets. Everyone else got like 8 targets. Yeah, I mean, he's overtaken Luke Musgrave as the one there.
Yeah.
And I was like, I just want pieces attached to this offense while you have, like, all these other dudes eating. And I have Kyle fucking Pitts right now. So I would have started
Him over Pitts.
Tucker
actually.
Kraft immediately.
Yeah.
And Sexy has, I think, Jake Ferguson.
Yeah.
Sexy's
He's
a
not really gonna
greedy
play him.
motherfucker,
Yeah.
man.
Well done, Judge.
That was a guy I felt like I should have taken my shot on. Because rather than doing these, like, 1 week fill-ins, I feel like Kraft has staying power with some upside.
Yeah, while they could say that, like, Musgrave to me is clearly the second option. This is Tucker Kraft as the tight end at that team. And right now, all the quarterbacks in general are, like, not only underwhelming for fantasy, but it feels like an NFL are. Jordan Love in this offense actually,
Right.
to your point, you want to be attached to this offense.
Yeah,
Yep.
That's a killer.
Moving on. Nick, you do
Unsuccessful.
pick up Joe Flacco for the free?
Freebie.
Holy shit.
Okay.
That's actually a super dope pickup.
Okay. That kind of makes things interesting a little bit.
Well, it's
from-
kind of crazy. No
from
one
a
else
trade
put free.
perspective.
No one else
A
put
little
free
bit.
in.
Yeah, it's kind of wild.
Literally no one else put free.
Wow.
So me and Nate have been talking about a possible trade where I flip Brees Hall and Jared Goff for A. Rich and Josh Jacobs.
Now, if you get a Rich, you have.
Right, and that's why I'm bringing this up. That wasn't even really my intention when I picked him up. I was just like, he might be a starting quarterback. Like, who knows if A. Rich misses 1-2 weeks or whatever.
That's an added wrinkle now for you.
Now this makes it a little bit more interesting because a lot of the reason I put that trade talk even on stall was like, I have no idea what A. Rich's injury status is, and that makes me a little bit more maybe open to it. And I understand, like, for me, I'm looking at it as a downgrade from Brees to Jacobs. I don't think it's that significant, though, as people are making it out to be. Like, Braylon is clearly on the heels of it.
I actually told you I think I'd rather have Jacobs than
Like,
Brees.
yeah, and like, I
Rest
don't
of
know if you
season?
saw the Twitter
I
thread.
think so.
Wow.
Yeah, like, and Jacobs, he's going to get way more goal line looks now with Jordan Love
Yeah.
back. The offense is
It's
really
really
good.
just the attachment to the offense.
Yeah.
Josh
just-
Jacobs
100%.
is actually a really good buy low.
Yeah, and then A. Rich, like, short. Jared Goff has done nothing besides his previous week when he caught a touchdown pass. And that was the only reason he had, like, a decent week. But other than that, he's been a fucking cone. And A. Rich might be hurt, but, like, in our division, I got to shoot for upside if I want to make the fucking playoffs. A floor team is not going to get me there competing with you, J-Mo, and Casey right now. So if A. Rich gets hurt, I'd be fucked, obviously. But having an actual upside QB to go along with the rest of my team with when they're healthy, I feel like
I don't
makes
even
sense.
But that's where I think this pickup low key is a lot more important than that, because tell me right now, if A. Rich is hurt, let's say A. Rich actually got hurt for the rest of the season. Joe Flacco weekly versus Jared Goff, there's not. I think that's the same thing.
I also think you already have Darnold on your lineup, and if you were playing Darnold over Goff so far this year, you're up. Like, to be honest, you should be
But if
benching
A. Rich
Goff
got
for
hurt,
Darnold.
But if A. Rich got hurt, you'd be playing.
Well, it's
Flacco.
Rodgers, and I like Rodgers has been awful to play unless he's got those cookie cutter matchups as always. And I don't want to play Rodgers and Darnold this week against each other in London. Like, that feels like the worst thing.
That
to
feels
ever
like the
start on a
greatest
Sunday
thing
morning.
you could possibly do.
That feels like 13 points.
And then you could wake up and
Maybe.
watch the London game early, and your whole week would ride on that.
Your whole week would be dead by
My
11 a.m.
whole day I'll do
would be
confessions at
so-
11 a.m. and leave the office.
You could be so productive because you would know if you were going to lose or win by then.
That doesn't feel productive. That feels depressing.
Okay, fair.
I thought he meant like you would know if you win or lose, so then you could just move on with your day.
Yeah, and you
wouldn't
can
have to
do
spend
whatever you
7
That
That
hours
is what he's.
watch-
But I'm
okay.
saying, like, once they leave that, like I play you this week. I got Darnold, Addison, Hall, Rodgers.
Right, you got 4 guys.
Sunday morning, like
You're gonna make my Sunday boring if they all flop or win.
they're all gonna. I mean, you're gonna feel great if they all flop, and I'm gonna feel like shit for the entirety of the day.
No, that's fair.
So wait, are you telling me that we're already to zeros? Like no one else got anyone?
That was it.
I ended up getting Ray McLeod. I didn't even think I
We
would.
had more, no?
you got
I got Ray for free. That
you
was
got
it.
Ray for free. I don't think. Never mind. I was gonna be positive about it. Like I don't give a fuck.
I don't
about
care
Ray.
either.
cares about
I just
Ray?
right
Can we
now.
go back to offers report.
I'm pretty sure that was
That's it.
Okay,
Yeah.
so Flacco,
Hollywood got
Casey,
added.
he said he deserves a ring, so he's gonna put Hollywood in his IR spot.
Dub.
And
Oh,
then,
Hollywood deserves a ring?
I will say though, Casey is 0-1 without Bateman on his team. He's 3-0 with Bateman on the bench, 0-1 without Bateman on
Blue
the
guy.
bench.
locker room guy.
Yeah,
Blue guy,
that
for
might
sure.
be a huge.
Imagine what he
We
would
don't
be.
talk about that.
No, for
Wait
sure.
a minute. I got to pick up Bateman. If he's a glue guy, I got to pick him up
He's
this
a
week.
huge glue guy.
Casey would be devastated.
I
if you
think
picked him up.
Casey is hoping that he can put Hollywood in his IR spot
And
and then
pick
go
back
back
up.
up and
I'm
pick
at-
up Bateman.
I'm bidding
You
a
can't let
dollar.
him do
Now,
that.
I'm bidding a
Casey,
dollar.
here's the thing: if you get him back, imagine what he could do if he was in your lineup,
He doesn't. He did the same thing he's doing on his bench. I can't believe I got to roll with Kyle Pitts again.
dude. It's Kyle or bust.
This one's no. Yeah, we've already. The decision has already been done there. It's bust.
It's just, Kyle Pitts is a dud.
yeah.
There's better weeks ahead.
That's what they said for
There can't be
since
worse.
2020,
Correct.
actually.
I can't believe you got Kraft. What a
God
I
clown.
can't believe I spent all of my facts.
Well, so I
you
feel
popped off this
I
week.
feel
Yeah,
as
you
though
really
this
did.
is very very easily the Tony No Dimes week, and
Wait,
this week would have been like the cheapest
Whoever's-
week by a mile.
No,
I was
no.
going to say,
Yeah.
it was
whoever's
underwhelming
editing,
for those.
you're editing these,
Yeah.
right? At the very beginning, did you not say that this was screaming big overspend week, and then you were the
It was
motherfucker
'cause
that
you did it
overspent?
all.
I think there's some like B+ pickups mixed with the fact that some guys just have massive holes in your roster, and all of a sudden this is going to be a huge overspend week. Ah, fuck. Oh yeah, for sure. But I'm the desperate team that I was talking about.
Dub.
I don't have Rashee Rice. I don't have an RB2. At this point, I'm talking about splitting Nico Collins because I have no depth.
There's no shot.
This is actually the problem with my team. Is that every time I try to have a negotiation with people, there's nowhere for it to go. I don't have any. I have the players that are clearly worth having, and then everyone else is awful.
What if it was like Henry and Rome?
You need Jameis.
That I would probably be willing to do, potentially. Let's see if there's anything else there, if there's anything.
This is
but
bullshit. It says I have to
that
drop
you're
someone.
not wrong. That 2-for-1 is obviously.
Yeah,
I
I
just
just want you to go trade.
Like the running back that I could throw back.
Let me see.
The problem is like Mason and Demont feel like too big of throw.
Trying to get another locker room guy
And then
on the squad.
Switch.
He deserves a ring. They won't let me. I gotta drop someone.
Oh, Daniel Jones too.
For locker room guy at this point.
Dick,
Yeah,
Swift,
I mean,
and
I got
quarterback
Bait.
swap.
He's 3-0 on the bench. Can't pick up Hollywood. It's bullshit. Oh, you say what you were gonna say.
I'm gonna say there's nothing there. I was gonna say there's nothing you could counter because I've already taken my step in negotiations.
So I can't counter because you've taken the first step
That's
in
correct.
negotiations.
Yeah.
There's one step here.
There's one step.
It's his offer, and that's
He has to
No, no,
offer
no.
and counter.
Your step is a misstep.
Basically offers
Yeah.
you, you're like, cool, I
Cool.
accept that.
Be
and
like-
he goes, I'm gonna actually
Yeah.
counter with something worse.
I fuck with that actually. I
No.
respect that.
I like the trade for yours. I'm just
Yeah, mine's like off the table because you're doing this.
All right, that's fine too.
That's fine.
That's fine with me as well.
Just saying, last time I traded Josh Allen, people were like, "Why didn't I get a chance at Josh Allen?"
But you're not giving anyone a chance. You're just saying it, and then when we accept, you go, no, never mind. I'm gonna go off.
I'm giving other people. I'm not.
You were not giving us a chance. You offered me one. I said yes, I would do that, and then you're like, okay, let me just talk to everybody else.
That being said,
Right.
That's not giving a chance.
Hey, I'm not.
That's just
I'm
having
not,
fake
I'm not
conversations.
countering with something more. I'm not saying, "Oh, because you took it, I want more now." I'm saying
I
everybody.
agree.
There were other people who were mad that they didn't get a shot at Josh Allen, so I'm going and being like, I'm giving everyone an offer.
But
Motion.
at what point does that end?
Even though
Probably
the offer,
today.
even though the offer you gave me, you said that you didn't even really want it.
Emotions
I
are-
don't want it
Emotions are running
Because
so
I-
high.
because-
I'm so excited.
because I've gotten offers from other people that I like their side more.
I sang
but
an offer.
Yours is probably dog shit, ain't it?
This is what kind of
What's wrong with that
dog shit
offer?
is this?
I don't know. I didn't see your offer.
Yeah. I don't know why it would be dog shit. I'd be shocked if his first click isn't accept.
You might need to get out of the country after that offer.
Well, I actually am leaving the country. So, literally tomorrow.
Imagine
Yeah.
I didn't already know that.
No?
No.
Honestly,
That's pretty much what you offered. Mooney has more points than BTJ.
Pretty much.
He just throws that in there.
Pretty much.
What?
And what do you?
You're just going with the points, and you're just like, I know you would rather have Mooney than BTJ the rest of the season.
Would you not?
That's
Who-
such a
would
that's such a
anybody here-
scumbag type of.
Anybody
fucking
here
market.
take Mooney over BTJ rest?
He's
of
the
the
one
season?
who told me about the Falcons' playoff schedule. Who wouldn't want wide receiver
I mean,
one?
I mean, in what world?
This is why you'll never get a deal done.
Imagine needing a deal. It's called drafting well from the start.
You're trying to get rid of every player you drafted.
Imagine needing a deal.
Let's do it.
Honestly, at this point, maybe that got you away from having to do that, though, right?
I think that's what I was kind of hoping for. It's like if I don't get these guys, I'm forced to trade Nico or like Jordan Love away for multiple players.
if all that money misspent means that you get to keep Nico, maybe it was worth it, honestly.
Maybe.
All that money for friendship between me and Nico.
Love
All
you,
those
Nico.
offers are off the table.
Damn.
Unless,
Everything's been wiped unless
I mean,
We
even
can-
if I made this trade, that doesn't affect the players that were in our trade. I'm down to make 2 trades today.
Are you
down-
gonna make the
you
trade?
down
Are you
for a
gonna officially
double-double?
make the trade with Nate?
I want to hear more about A-Rich. I just don't want to be hit out of left field with like,
multi-week.
and A-Rich is actually, he's now week to week. And I'm like, okay, now I'm sitting here with like a 3-week problem.
So
When you
the
already
ball
had
is
Joe Flacco.
the ball is in your court though. Like it's up to you to accept or decline.
He took it off. It was in my inbox. And then I was like, I want to see what happens with the injury first. So he took it off.
Gentleman's
and now
agreement. It's off the table,
It,
but
it's there.
It can be
if
right
we
back.
want to pull the trigger on it. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
All right. Well, I'm excited to get to the matchup preview in a couple days when I'm starting Justice Hill and Trey Tucker.
Hell yeah.
That's electric.
Dude,
It's
Trey Tucker
not
about
great.
to be the GOAT for your squad.
I am stupid high on Trey Tucker for no
Trey
reason.
Tucker, Rashee Rice might look by the end of the year similar outputs.
Goddamn.
Thank you, everyone, for watching. That was your Idiot League Mates Week 5 waiver wire. Make sure you like this video. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. We'll be back in a few days for the Week 6. 4? What week are we?
5.
Five.
It'll be week 5 preview.
Almost had it.
Really
Next
close.
week.
Almost
will be
had it.
week 6.
Week 5 matchup previews.